we say we're going to make a special structure or a special septic tank or anything, and we'll have it there next Thursday or the Thursday after, it'll be there.
They know if they do business with Shea Concrete, they're going to get an honest product out of it, an honest person out of it. And I still want our customers to feel that way.
The relationship that we've had between like Ed and the employees and the company and its customers is probably the most important thing that I think that has made this company successful.
If we say we're going to do something, we'll do it.
1949, Ernie Shea started the company. He had one son, Ed Shea, who's my father-in-law. He took over the business and started to expand the product line and some of the different parts of the company.
My name is Edward Shea, E.F. Shea. My father was Ernest Francis Shea, and my father was very, very successful. His word was golden, and I have learned from that. You know, I think honesty is a big thing.
But Ernie, you know, at some point, a friend of his told him, you know, you should really get into this precast thing. It's booming. Because in the beginning, the father sold coal and then soda and hauled a lot of lumber. And they did a lot of little things as Ed was growing up. But it wasn't until the friend talked him into, you know, getting into the precast. And then when he made his first septic tank, then that's when it grew.
I remember as a kid, though, that my parents did work a lot. I remember that my father wasn't home at night because he would be working on the trucks. We didn't have mechanics back then that would be there all day working. He'd be out delivering material during the day and then at night working on trucks or whatever needed to be fixed to be ready for the next day of work. And same with my mom. She was always at work. Not that they were never home to take care of us, because they were, but I do remember that they spent a lot of time growing the company to where it needs to be today.
My grandparents were good, honest people, you know, a handshake kind of people that, you know, if they said they were going to do something, they would do it.
I remember in the early years when it was just Ed and his mom and dad and myself and maybe 2 other employees, we knew every customer by name, by first name. People still comment about that. Customers that have like 2nd and 3rd generation still talk about Mr. and Mrs. Shea and what great people they were, and the same for Ed and Judy. I think that the relationship we've had with our customers is probably the #1 reason we've been so successful.
Well, if Ernie and Eddie weren't the kind of people they are, I probably would have left a long time ago. You know, they're good people.
About 14 years ago, we purchased New England Precast. And at that time, I moved up to that location to oversee operations there. Basically doubled our size at that time. So we went from roughly 30 or so employees to 60, 70 employees, pretty much overnight. Our Amesbury plant is what I would consider our main production facility. So there's 35 acres of land that we're using currently in Amesbury. And that does a wide range of products. Septic tanks, manholes, steps, bulkheads. The Wilmington plant is geared towards products for that area. They have a lot of products that customers come and pick up. They have a lot of traffic. And also the Wilmington plant will do specialty jobs. So if we have a job that's gonna be a quick turnaround, so make some product and deliver it, then we'll use Wilmington for that. The Rochester location does primarily underground utility structures. So electrical, communications, those type of structures. And we also do the precast buildings in our Rochester plant.
Well, I mean, we're always looking for new products. We're always diversifying. And Greg's been a big part of that. You know, for us, it's been septic tanks, probably our biggest product. Stormwater, which is huge right now. You know, and then the residential products, the, you know, precast stairs, bulkheads. These have always been, you know, staples for us.
Back in the days before we had these precast sonotubes, the contractor would have to dig the hole, put a cardboard sonotube in there, get a ready-mix truck or mix their own concrete, and they couldn't start doing anything on that tube until the next day. With these precast foot and sonotubes that we're making now, the contractor can set these in a hole and they can start building the porch or whatever they're building the same day.
Precast concrete has a lot of advantages over other product lines that are out there. Our biggest competition would be plastics or metals. The advantage to our product generally is buoyancy. It's a lot heavier, so you're not worrying about it floating for some reason, and also for vehicle load. So we are able to maintain a structural integrity with minimal cover. So nowadays, engineers are designing systems, underground systems, to have 1 foot of cover, say, and the reason they're doing that is because of the soil conditions. They can't bury them too deep. When they come to the other competitive materials, they need to have 2 feet of cover, 3 feet of cover in order for them to withstand truck loading and things like that. With precast, you don't need that.
We've been a member of the National Precast Concrete Organization since I've been here. I can remember going to conferences with Ernie and Mary Shea, Ed's mom and dad, back in the late 60s, early 70s. NPCA started to come out with a plant certification program, and we got on board, I would say probably maybe a little over 20 years ago. And it's been a great benefit to us. I mean, it's really helped us to improve our product, our quality control. There's been so many benefits to the certification program. But it's a inspection that's once a year or twice a year, and they come out unannounced and they inspect your plant, your bookkeeping, your record keeping, and so on and so forth.
When we heard about Shea precast dugouts, I said, wow, let's look at that. So we went and visited. When we went and visited, I said, I think it'll work. The Admiral, he's particular. He wants everything aesthetically correct on the campus. He was concerned about cement. When I found out that we could brick it, he was positive about doing that. So when we did that, or when we looked into it, we said, well, when could we have it? And they said, probably by the first or second week of March. It was a no-brainer. We didn't have any dugouts. I liked what I saw. Okay, the Admiral wasn't going to have a cement dugout. He was going to have a brick outside on the dugout, and it has worked out fabulously. And the installation was incredible. Done in the morning's time. I have nothing but positive things to say about, Shea Concrete and their prefab dugouts, like I said.
The Acadia project, the biggest design constraint there was the fact that it was right next to the Charles River, and the Charles River frequently floods during significant storm events. And the way Shea got involved was that we called out for the galley system to be provided underneath the parking area. It raised the parking area outside of the floodplain and also provided the needed flood storage. The bottom line on Shea is we knew that they're a local manufacturer that provides quality concrete products in a timely manner, and that they're easy to work with. And so it's easy for us. It's easy for the contractor when they are putting it in, and it's cost effective for the owner, for both our end and the contractor, in that it's something that's local and something that's high quality that will serve that owner for generations to come.
And now we're seeing a lot more business and commercial and municipalities. And one thing good with that product line that we have nowadays is we can adapt to whatever the economy happens to be at that time. So we might prefer to do more residential because that's what we started with, but we've been able to put people in place in order to do commercial type products, which would be larger septic tanks, box culverts, underground detention systems for stormwater, things like that.
When I started, we were pouring 10 yards of concrete a day on a good day. And now with the 3 plants, we're probably pouring maybe 140, 150 yards a day. So it's a big difference.
Well, I think a lot of the employees feel like they have a part in this, you know, and they're proud of it, and they have respect for it. And then our customers, they just love the service and the type of product that we provide. We have a lot of people that are with us for many years, and we feel like they're family too.
We all enjoy being part of the family business, and it is like a family, like my mother said. We feel like our employees are part of the family, and there are so many family members, and even a lot of our employees. There are a few brothers, fathers and sons, so it truly is a family in that sense.
And it's always been my theory or philosophy to kind of come up with new product lines each year, small or big, so that we would be able to give our customers everything that they needed when it came to precast. You know, I mean, our name is everything. So I just want customers to, I guess, trust us. And I think they trusted Ed Shea for many years. Ed Shea's semi-retired now, so I want them to trust the next people that are going to be running the company.